Warning: the following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and/or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Welcome to Everything Yet Nothin. Here's a hillbilly in eyeshadow who's looking fabulous and talking about anything yet something. Get ready to chew on a blade of sweet grass and talk about a variety of LGBTQ topics to the lifestyle of a gay hillbilly. Watch out, folks. These hills don't just got eyes. They got themselves a vodcast. Now, here's T-Roy.
Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to Everything and Nothing! Today we have an awesome show, of course, because, like always, they're always awesome. Check me out. I'm, like, really pimping these glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you better say you know it.
Hi guys. My name's
Hey,
Kevin.
guys. What's up?
How you doing?
I felt like the beach.
Beach.
I was like, God, I need to go back on vacation. Never going to the beach. Damn it. One day.
Yeah, I've never been to the beach, man.
Me either. Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
have you been to Corpus
I've been to
Christi?
Corpus Christi.
It's a beach. I've been to Moonshine Beach.
I've been to a beach. Beach.
Huh?
What? You talking dirty back
I
there?
can't swear.
This
This film is recorded in front of a live studio audience.
live studio audio.
So everybody say hi to the live studio audience. Hello, audience. Also, join into the conversation.
Yeah.
So,
Tonight we have a young gentleman. His name is Joey. And he is going to come on and talk about himself and let us know a little bit about himself. And we will be talking on some topics that he has chosen. And we're going to put on a really damn good show.
oh man, this Labor Day weekend, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah. What's
This is
that?
such a good picture. This is such a good picture.
So what do you got planned for this weekend?
Me?
Are you on this show with me?
But, yeah. How are you? How are you doing? What are you doing this weekend?
I think some points.
What are you doing this weekend?
Oh, I don't know. That's why it's this man.
Oh, tomorrow we're going to do 6 in Branson, Missouri.
Oh
seen
yeah.
it. Never been there, never seen it.
Yeah, we have.
What am I doing?
We went to the breakfast or the cold season with the snow and the frosty and the Santa.
Yeah.
Christmas. We went to the Christmas show. We call it Yule because
Yo.
we're yeah.
Yeah.
It's winter. It's the winter season. What was I looking up?
I don't know. You forget a lot. Do you take something like that or
Marijuana officially.
no? Freaking yeah. Huh.
I remember when it was coming.
I don't even remember. It's a miracle, play the ball. We have a miracle on the show tonight. I knew it would be something good. A miracle.
Anyway,
Anyway,
I'm back. Anyways, let's stop fucking around and let's bring Joey out. We been a family shit. He ain't got all day.
I know, right?
So, without further ado.
Without further ado, here is Mr. Joey.
How's it going, guys?
What's up?
How are you guys doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm excited. I haven't actually done a podcast or anything like that before.
What?
I've had ideas about doing it. I do I've done like little streaming and videos, but never actually like live face to face. Well, I guess not face to face, but like talking to somebody
I can see
directly
your
without
face.
any distractions.
Uh-huh.
What's up?
I can see your face.
You can see my yeah, that's true. We are face to face. We are face to face. That's true.
It's the 21st century.
So you are a father of one.
Yes. Yeah, I've got a little boy. He's 10 months old and he's awesome. He drives me fucking nuts. He has more energy than any other 10-month-old I've ever seen in my life. But he's really smart and he's a big kid. He's very, very big, super tall, and he's standing on his own, like standing without like holding on to anything now. And he's kind of coasting along while holding on.
Oh yeah,
That's really cool. Super
that
exciting.
is so cool. So cool. They grow up fast. So enjoy.
Yeah. Yeah. It seems like he was a newborn literally yesterday. It's like, oh my
Right?
goodness. And he'll be completely different in another 10 months, you know what I mean? So it's wild. It's a really beautiful thing watching a life grow, you know what I mean? So I'm
Yeah.
enjoying it.
Oh yeah. We have a comment.
My friends, how are my favorite people? I am fantastic. Thank you.
I am so tubular.
Tubular-astic.
Yeah, what the hell kind of word is
I don't know. I just
It's
came up
something sticking to his ass.
with it.
The tubular is.
Tubular.
that?
Tubular,
That's the
bro.
word. This ice is so freaking good. And that's all I can do is not open up my cup in front of everybody and get into it.
Is it like that hospital ice? Or just like
No,
you got a whole chunk of ice in there?
No, it's just like bag ice from the gas station over here.
Oh yeah. Gas station ice is pretty good too. It's like
Yeah.
second place with like hospital ice.
Sonic ice is the best.
Sorry.
And my mom, when I got my tongue pierced, she worked at Sonic, and so she brought me home a bag full of ice. It was so nice. But I don't know, it's something different. Once you bring a bag of Sonic ice home and then you put it in the freezer, it just don't freeze.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
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 My fiance, when she was pregnant, all she wanted was the hospital ice. So she really liked it when before she was going into the labor, before the bad part began, you know.
Right. When that's all they would give her is ice, she's like, yeah.
Yeah. She's like, I'm liking this.
Ooh, Casey's ice is really good.
We love
too.
you too, Amber.
It's like Sonic Ice, but bigger. So, anyway, see, that's why it's called Everything and Nothing, because we might have a topic, and then
Yeah.
it goes out the window.
It goes up.
That's also how I tell
happens.
stories. I'll start with the story, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, and then blah 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 blah, and then I'll forget what I was talking about for a little bit, and then we'll go on to something else, and then I'll remember what I was talking about, and then I'll go back, and then there's another
Hello,
circle,
Kayla.
and then I get back to the end of the story.
Oh, and I forgot to tell you, we do have an audience.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
ones that watch the ad that I sent you
Yep.
actually can send messages.
Yeah. I've got the comments up there, so I think I can. Maybe I think I can. Oh, I'd have to like connect to YouTube or something.
Doing just fine, Kayla. Thank you for asking. How are you? So, what topic do you want to start with, Mr. Joey?
So I think.
Hold on,
Oh.
Hold on.
I'm only a part timer tonight. So
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna leave
I get to
here.
fire you? You're freaking fired. Get
We're
off
gonna
my
do.
freaking show.
Let's do one of the last times we're probably gonna air this commercial. So let's go ahead and air these WLFE-DV radio commercials. Both of them, that one and that one. And then I bid you guys adieu. You will hear me, but you will no longer see me. I'm out, sauerkraut.
Oh, yeah. Life just got sweeter now that WLFE DB has merchandise. Show your support by purchasing your t-shirts for WLFE, Paratalk Radio, Inside the Drag Closet, and more. But it doesn't stop there. T-shirts, coffee mugs, tanks, buttons, cloth bags, and more. Go to WLFE-DB.com. On the top bar, click on the merchandise tab and bam, there you go. You got merch. Support the shows. WLFE-DB.com.
Like, I almost got seasick. I went like this with my glasses.
Oh.
Funky as shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Seasick.
So you're real.
Welcome back to Everything Yet Nothing. Tonight we have Joey, and we will be speaking on some addiction, mental health, as well as a physical disability.
Mm-hmm.
So,
am I
great topic, my sir?
Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna start with mental health, because that's kind of like all encompassing, you know what I mean? It kind of, all those other things kind of have an effect or like coincide with it, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I have bipolar disorder, I have PTSD, and I have generalized anxiety disorder. So it's like wham, right in your face there, that diagnosis. It's pretty crazy. I didn't really know I had this stuff. Like, I didn't have a name for it, you know what I mean, up until recently. And it's kind of helped me like understand why I am the way I am, and like kind of I'm working through that kind of thing. So I've been going to therapy for a while now. And things are starting to look really good in my life for a change. So it's really cool. But yeah, when I was growing up, things were really interesting. You know what I mean? I guess I should start with like just kind of telling you guys about like that family dynamic, or the dynamic of the house there. So I'm the oldest sibling in my household. I've got a little brother, Connor, and a little sister, Savannah. And then my parents, my mom and my dad, they were together and have stayed together, still together today. My brother was born, and we found out really young that he had some like ADHD, ADD, that kind of thing, oppositional defiance disorder. And my sister had Dandy Walker syndrome. So it's like I guess it would be kind of similar to like autism or something along those lines. It's like a mental disability. But I love my siblings. Just want to put that out there, by the way, since I'm kind of putting some of their information out there. But I'm not going to go too much into like their stuff. But I had siblings who had some issues growing up, so it was a lot harder for them to figure out that I had the nerve and muscle disease, Charcot-Marie-Tooth. And so they didn't know until I was already 13 years old. And so like intervention is really hard at that point. And so I've been kind of doomed. I've got a lot of health problems. I don't work right now. I'm in the process of trying to get on disability. I have to wear leg braces to get around and stuff. So it's been interesting.
Not bad. Sounds
My
like
back and my legs hurt all the time. So that's something I gotta, it brings me down once in a while. You know what I mean? I gotta watch
Oh, yeah.
myself with that. So
you're human, just like everybody else.
yeah,
You know?
it's
So lots of
it's
happy
interesting. Yeah, but I mean, I'm living. Yeah, I'm dealing with it. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so from a very young age, I was dealing with a lot, and my siblings were kind of in that spotlight, and so their stuff kind of overshadowed my stuff and my needs, and you know what I mean. And I got bullied a lot in school for having the nerve condition. I walked funny because of my surgeries, and
Yeah.
I was in a back brace for a while. I got pushed down in my back brace, and like you can't stand back up because it goes over your hips, stuff like that. And yeah, so it was interesting. I got a lot of shit, and everybody was always talking about my weight. I'm really skinny. So and that all played into like drug use, you know what I mean? I had my first surgery at 13, and I started taking the pain meds they gave me, and I got addicted to those, and then it was just searching for other narcotics or opiates. And I did heroin for a while, and I got clean at 16. I was institutionalized for mental health, and so I like had withdrawals there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
I kind of made the decision that I was gonna either have to keep doing it and never get caught again, or get in trouble and get locked up, so I don't have to deal with the withdrawals again, or
Right.
I stop. So I stopped.
Wasn't that around the time we met?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. I met Daniel about a year after that. I'm actually really close friends with Daniel. I consider him family. So
Yes, this is Mr. Daniel. Daniel Boone.
yeah, this is my buddy.
He's taking Kevin's position as my co-host, right hand man,
Right
pimping
hand
that
man.
floral hat. You know, like go pimp that hat. Yo, floral.
Jesus. But yeah, so there was a lot going on with like the physical stuff there, and I had some stuff go on when I was younger, like younger than that, even probably I'd say before I was
Right.
10 years old, with like SA, and that was like neighbor of like one of my grandparents, and I wasn't being watched like I should have been watched, you know what I mean, under their care. But
Yeah.
so that kind of thing. So that weighed in. My dad is great now. I have a really great relationship with my father now.
Awesome.
He's super sweet and helpful, and he has an awesome relationship with my son. I just wanted to give that preface so nobody thinks like, oh, his dad's a terrible guy, all that stuff. Because it's not true. He's great now.
He's freaking awesome.
He's awesome. Growing up with him was a challenge, though. My dad also has bipolar and PTSD,
Yeah.
and my dad, he could be very physical sometimes, and he was very hard on me because I was the oldest, and I'm actually named after my father. I'm the fourth. So he kind of expected more from me than my siblings, and with their stuff going on, I ended up being the one doing the chores, doing the cleaning, everything like that, and no one else really in the house aside from my mom and I did any cleaning or keeping after things.
Yeah.
It was mainly me. I remember being forced to do dishes on crutches after surgery, that kind of thing. My dad was really aggressive when I was younger. I had a broken collarbone at 7. Things were just really volatile at home.
Right.
And then I started having my surgeries and things like that. I got into addiction, and then I spent most of my time hanging out with people I shouldn't have been and doing shit I shouldn't have been. And then just I think because of the way my home life was, I was searching for love. And so I was constantly in a relationship. I think from like the time I was 11 and up until I was 21, when I like broke up with my first actual like long-term relationship, or she broke up with me. I was with somebody for like most of that period from like 12 to 21. And it was just like, I couldn't be alone because I felt alone.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Very similar feelings, right?
Yeah. So and a lot of my stuff, like a lot of people will get high to like they'll take an upper or something, you know what I mean, to like either party or feel alive, or
Right.
things like that. I was more into like downers. I wanted to feel like dead, or like alone, withdrawn. I have a lot of pain. I have a lot of mental stuff going on, so it was easier for me to kind of like hide away than be around people and try to put my brave face on. So I've done that, and I've done that probably I would say up until I met my current fiance. I didn't have a fiance before, but my fiance, my current partner. And yeah, I just even still, I'm trying to break out of that like hiding away. It's really hard for me. But I'm working on it, and things are looking way better than they ever have before. And so with all the bad stuff that's happened with me and growing up, and like my last relationship, I was with a girl named Nikki, and we met when I was like 17. And she ended up getting pregnant, and she had a miscarriage. And so I've got a tattoo on my arm for my daughter. But I was, and I will admit, because of all the stuff that had gone on at home, and I guess kind of like how I saw my dad treat my mom and things like that, I had trust issues, like almost like already inherited from not only my dad, but like from like the girls I had dated beforehand. I had been cheated on before, things like that. And I remember like I was a piece of shit. I was so aggressive and insecure and hostile and untrusting. Like I was an asshole. I was never physical, but I was just I was, however, like I'd say emotionally and like emotionally manipulative and like mentally abusive. Up until our daughter passed, and then it was kind of like I'd say probably a year into our relationship, or maybe 2. I don't remember. I remember wanting to make the change. I just got this urge, like I got to do better for her. She deserves better than this, and she was going through a really hard time with the miscarriage and everything. So it's like, I'm gonna change for the better. And she did the opposite. She became very hostile with me, and she'd throw shit at me or slap me. And I would never put my hands on her, but she was very aggressive, and she was just rude and hateful with me. And I remember like even being on like video cam with Daniel, actually, and like her slapping me on camera because I like didn't do something she wanted.
Yeah, I was there. I remember that.
Yeah, she was just great. Like she'd throw like glass shit at me, like a glass or like a bowl or something.
No, this shit really happened. That was there.
And our apartment was fucking disgusting because like I was just so down mentally. I felt like, and this isn't to sound like shallow or anything, but when we first met, she was really skinny. She was really pretty. And over time, she let herself go and she stopped like showering as much and taking care of herself. And she started living in filth. And I was already feeling mentally shitty. And I felt like this is all I can get. This is all I deserve anyways. So I started, we had a second room aside from our bedroom where I had my computer set up. And like I would just go hide away in there and like close the door and just be by myself like as many hours as I possibly could a day to like kind of stay away from her.
Yeah, that's bad.
And then she cheated on me and it shattered my heart. She broke my heart. She cheated on me, and after 4 years together and broke up with me. And then she tried to do like some really weird shit where she would like talk to me afterwards. We were still paying like a rent buyout or a lease buyout together for like I'd say 2 years. Sorry, I've been drinking a little. I got burps. For like 2 years, we had a lease buyout that I had to make payments on. And she would message me though about stuff that wasn't like pertaining to that. And I told her before, like, I don't want to talk about anything if it isn't about the buyout or like payments about that. And I remember her actually messaging me on her birthday and being like, it's really weird not hearing from you on my birthday, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you cheated on me and broke up with me, and you're still with the dude you cheated on me with. Like, why are you like trying to like fuck with my heart, dude? Like, why are you doing that to me? Why are you just trying to like play with my heart? It's weird. So I was in a really dark spot. From the time we split up till I met Brooke, I kind of, and this is terrible, but I did a lot of sleeping around and a lot of drinking, and then I'd go home and be by myself, and I'd drink more by myself, and then I'd go to work hungover, and then come home and drink more and play games, and Daniel witnessed it too, and so it was just this like crazy darkness I was in for a long time until I met Brooklyn, and then I was excited to like do things again. And I got off of the computer and stopped playing as much. And I'd say like the first 6 months we were together, I spent like just doing shit with her and never like getting on the computer again. I even like, I was like, should I sell my computer? I don't even use it anymore. I'm thankful I didn't, because it is like a nice thing, a nice pastime, you know what I mean? But no, and then we found out 2 months after we started dating, or 2 or 3 months after we started dating. Yeah, 3 months after that she had gotten pregnant like 7 weeks prior. So.
Oh, you're talking about that one. Okay.
7 weeks prior to the 3 months when we found out. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I
she
didn't
got
know.
2 months in.
I didn't know you were gonna mention that one.
Yeah. So no, I'm not talking about.
Oh,
Daniel, I'm not talking about the crazy chick who tried to. Oh yeah, so yeah, okay. You know what? Fuck it, whatever. I dated a chick in between who got pregnant right before meeting me, like a month before meeting me, and then tried to play it off like it was mine.
yeah, that one was bullshit too.
And she was a fucking psychopath and was extremely manipulative and just fucking nuts. And by the way, like, I housed her, paid for like all of her shit, drove her everywhere, and was gonna take care of a kid that wasn't even mine because I didn't know how to leave. My dad had to like talk to me about it. He was like, dude, you don't look happy and you're just gonna deal with this. And I'm like, I don't want to hurt her feelings. So I was gonna raise a kid that wasn't mine. I was gonna be stuck in it because I don't like doing that shit to people. I don't ever want to be the one to like let someone down. Or so I was gonna endure 18 years of. Oh god, no! I probably wouldn't have. I probably would have fucking shot myself, to be honest. But she was fucking nuts. So, but no. Brooklyn got pregnant 2 months into us meeting, so that was really interesting. That was like oh shit, you got to get your head out of your ass. And we were living in I was living in my dad's basement at the time, and she came to come live, or not basement, his garage. And she came to live with me. And then we found out like right after she moved in that she was pregnant. And so we're like, oh my God. And it's a very small place there at my dad's. So I was like, we got to get an apartment. And so within like a month, we figured it out and we got out. We got out of the house. You know what I mean?
Hell
So,
yeah!
so it was really cool. And my parents,
Congratulations.
my parents and Brooklyn have been begging me to go back to the doctors and get insurance and go back to the doctors and start like going to therapy and physical therapy and taking care of my health and stuff. I was 115 pounds when I met Brooklyn. I was super underweight. I was drinking all the time. And so I'm 126 now, which even a month ago I was 120. So I started my therapy. I'm taking medication. I'm going to the hospital. I'm doing the paperwork I got to do for SSDI. Things are kind of falling in line. You know what I mean? But
Good.
so it's been a bumpy ride. It's been interesting.
It can be for sure. Like,
Yeah,
but the bumps are what make us who we are.
that's true.
I feel, it makes us stronger and makes us aware of, there's always possibility of having that bump. So do something to prevent it from happening.
Yeah. And I think a big thing is like, I still have my days. You know what I mean? I just got put on.
Oh yeah. Everybody does that.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, I just got put on SSRIs for depression. And even with that, you know what I mean? I still, sometimes I'm bad. I'm down in the dumps really, really far and I spiral, you know what I mean? But a big thing is just like, sometimes I'll look at my son, or like if I stay up really late, like after they go to sleep, and I'm thinking about stuff like this and like getting down on myself and talking bad about myself, and I'll look over at Brooke, or I'll even like I'll go sneak in my kid's room because he's asleep. I don't want to wake him up, and I'll just kind of look at him. You know what I mean? Just remind myself of my reasons. You know what I mean? That there is hope. And then think about like the things I have and where I am now.
Yeah.
And where I was is like fucking universe apart. It's insane. It's ridiculous.
It can be. And so much stuff can happen. Just instantly.
Yeah.
And I look back all the time. It's like, holy fuck, that happened last year. That happened last year. That happened last year. It's like so much in 1 year, but it seems like 5-10 years.
Right.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, and like Brooke and I have only been together for like shit. I'm trying to think. It's been like 2. Yeah, like I think we're only coming up on 2 years together, and like we have a son, we have a life together, we have like it's like, dude, whoa, holy shit! Like I was living in my dad's garage, drinking like all the time, going to parties, drunk driving, acting like a fucking moron, being a piece of shit, like just just wallowing, you know what I mean? And now things are looking good. I'll have like a beer or two probably once a month, I would say. I watch my son. I'm a stay-at-home dad, and so I take care of my boy. I got him down for bed right before I came on call with you guys. And I don't know. It's crazy where I am now. You know what I mean? And honestly, a lot of it is because of Brooklyn, the person that I'm with. She's amazing. She's awesome. She goes to work and takes care of us, and I do have physical disabilities, and some days are really, really hard for me. And she takes care of me on those days, and like I can't reach my feet.
Awesome. She is so
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, she's amazing. Like I can't reach my feet, so she'll take care of my feet for me, like wash them and you know what I mean, do the clipping and all that stuff that like no girl wants to do that, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Washing my fucking deformed like I
That's
have
the best way
hammer
to,
toes.
yeah, it's
Like
the best way to see the love. that she
yeah,
has for her.
yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I like my feet are all scarred up and I've got fucked up like deformed toes and since I can't reach my stuff, like it's not as clean as it should be, my feet, you know what I mean? So it's um and so like for her to do that for me and take care of me like that is really cool and like and she'll rub my shoulders and my back and stuff. Um and I guess like what I'm trying to say with this is like even like just one person can make like an astronomical difference in your life. So, and or even at like one event, you know what I mean? One event can change your life. One thing can happen and make things way different for you.
Oh yeah.
So, I don't know. It's an interesting life. It's been pretty dark for a lot of years, but I'm kind of coming out of that and I guess a lot of it now is trying to it's almost like learning how to function in normalcy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm used to being like volatile and hostile and like defensive and like I want to strike first before or push somebody away before they leave me, that kind of thing. Like
Right.
so it's like I still have that stuff that crawls back up, crawls back in,
yeah.
seeps back in.
Yep.
And so it is a battle every day, you know what I mean?
Every day. It's a battle.
And that like that feeling of like I'm not in control and that's hard for me. I'm a fucking control freak, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's really difficult for me is to like realize that like I don't have any control over a lot of things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I said, I've got bipolar and I just came out of like a 6-month long depressive episode. And unfortunately that means I'm diving back into the mania.
Yeah.
And so she's been having to deal with me talking a lot and fidgeting and being very high energy lately. And so,
Yeah.
and that, even that scares me because I feel out of control. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I'm grasping to like try to calm down, but it seems like things are spinning. So I got to just keep going with the pace that things are spinning. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's a crazy life, dude. It's nuts, but
It
you gotta
can be
have help.
so crazy. Like absolutely so crazy.
Well, and I think just like one big thing you can do is just think about the people around you and like all of the people that you care about.
Yeah.
Whether that's like friends or close family, I think that is so important for us to do. Like Daniel is somebody I keep in mind all the time. You know what I mean? Like Daniel's one of my best friends ever. He pisses me off so much. I consider him my brother. He tilts the fuck out of me. I want to smash my head against the fucking wall sometimes with him, but but he's my best friend. I love the kid. He's awesome, and he's done so much for me. Daniel's done a lot for me, and so
That's awesome.
I'm so glad I met Daniel back on League of Legends in 2016.
We are too.
2017.
He's
So-
one of a kind for sure.
He is. Love you, buddy.
Oh, you're too, Joey. Ooh, look at them smile.
Dude, the things I know about this motherfucker, let me tell you. I've seen more than I wish to have ever seen in my life. I'll put it that way.
I can see that.
And he doesn't stop. He doesn't stop. He just like he keeps pushing and he doesn't know. He does not know when to like he doesn't know when to quit. And shit goes downhill real quick. But
I think so.
what's up,
It's fine. Too late.
Daniel? Are you messed up, Daniel?
No,
That boy fucked up.
I've been
That boy trashed.
that, and I'm like in and out of passing out.
Don't be a bitch. Come on,
No,
motherfucker. You're playing League with me after this.
we're doing other things.
Ooh.
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 Ooh. He's got dogs on him.
What the
All
dog doing?
sleeping. Oh,
Yeah,
sleep.
he looks like he's about to pass out.
Cool. Well, we are going to go ahead and call it a night. But I do want to talk to you some more because I have some ideas.
Okay.
And I want to talk to you about possibly doing a saga.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you in the back, and then we are gonna commercial it out, and I'll talk to you in a second.
Awesome. All right.
Thank you so
Nice
much
talking to
for
you guys.
coming on and talking to us. And
Yeah, of course.
yeah, I look forward to next time for sure.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Have a good night.
Cool.
Thank you for joining T. Roy and a special guest here on Everythin Yet Nothin. Tune in next Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central for another episode you won't want to miss. Until next time, be a rainbow in someone's life. Like and follow us on Facebook at WLFE DB Radio.